killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So then you said that they put millions of my access. Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the brutal show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 Look, ain't no remorse in my blood cell. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was design 5 for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Alright, Shalom. Welcome again to another ISUPK Wednesday night law class. My name is Priest and Officer 500 Kayad 1 out of ISUPK Jamaica under commanding General YAHANNA. I say Yahawah Shami Awashai Baraka Thumb to my brothers. Yahawah Shamar Ala Thumb Shami Awashai to my sisters. Alright, so you know what I mean? If you don't have questions, you don't know the thing already. We encourage you to put it in the chat. Any question you have. Tonight's topic is earthquake everywhere. You know what I mean? So you're not supposed to hear about the landslide that took place in Nepal, up there in Tibet, China region, right? And it caused a landslide that bury an entire, what they call it, town. Bury an entire town of people, you know what I mean? And if you pay attention to the news, you realize that this is happening quite frequently, you know what I mean? It get more frequent. You understand? That should tell you that these are the signs of the times. The times that we are living in right now are not normal times. These are the times that the Bible was talking about. You understand? You see some severe earthquakes, like where you see in Venezuela, where you see in was it Vietnam or Singapore? One of them places. You have one in Japan, I think. Some Asian country. Of course, as I say, you have the 7.1 and 7.4 magnitude earthquake where hit Venezuela, analyzing. We need to research the death toll. Let me see. Wow. So the death toll in Venezuela is 6,509. This says missing persons. While the interim government has not provided an official count for those still missing, local projection and inspection estimates place the number of unaccounted individuals between 18 and 50,000. I want to think about that, you know. This earthquake was in June the 24th, you know. That was 2 months ago, you know. So if them people have, if 18 to 50,000 people still missing, you know them people are dead. You know what I mean? It would only be the miracle of the Most High that could keep them alive. You understand? So the 6,000 there really is about between 18 and 50,000 people that died in the Venezuela earthquake. You understand? Then you have the earthquake in Colombia. Let me see the death toll upon that. So you have 331 dead. You understand? What are missing them? Let me see how much missing. Alright, not really a show me no missing. It not really show me no missing. Alright, so that kind of less now. 240 people still missing. You understand? So, 2 neighboring country in Venezuela and Colombia get hit with heavy earthquake. You know what I mean? About a month, what the word I look for? A month apart. Right? Hopefully you not hear me on YouTube, because the audio been messing around. But a month apart, neighboring countries, heavy earthquake, and then those are not the only place that got earthquakes during that period of time. Here in Jamaica, we felt some little tremors, you know what I mean? Trinidad as well. Different places throughout the Caribbean. Places in Asia. One strong one hit off the coast of Mexico, caused a building, I think, to collapse. The death toll wasn't so massive with that one. But These are the signs of the times. You understand? And you see massive earthquakes in succession. And just yesterday, was it yesterday? The Nepal earthquake? Let me check. Just today. Nepal earthquake was today. And that caused a landslide that wiped out an entire town of people. Wipe it out. You know what I mean? And the images them, you know what I mean? The image them so shocking. Some shocking images. So what we're going to do, we're going to play them images there. And then we're going to jump in on some scriptures. You know what I mean? Jump in on some scriptures. In the meanwhile, everybody, as going to jump in on the top of the screen, like, share, you know the thing already.
Border, where a deadly flash flood engulfed the area. Initial reports. This is video from the Nepal-China border where a deadly flash flood engulfed the area. Initial reports suggest this might have been caused by an earthquake triggering an avalanche, which unleashed this wall of water. At this point, 31 people are confirmed dead.
Yo, this look like whoever watched the movie 2012. This look like a scene out of the movie 2012, Betty. Like, I never expect someone to see nothing like this in real life. Like, for real. You see the water have consumed buildings. Like, it go over buildings. 4-story building. And the water way over it as if it's some, you know what I mean? Some massive tsunami. It a show where bus, it a throw where the buses, like this look like it's a bus park. Those on TikTok we not go see it, but those on YouTube and other and Facebook I go see it. See? It a toss the bus them like ties and the people them a run and everything just wipe them out one time. Just wipe them out. Them can't run fast enough. No car can't drive fast enough to escape this. This just wipe out the entire town. And you can actually say it's a bustling town because it's a bus park that with a whole heap of bus. You have a building right there. You have that look like a highway. And everything gone. You know what I mean? Let me continue playing it though.
Hundreds are missing. Authorities fear this could become a mass casualty event. Joining us now is NBC News foreign correspondent Danielle Hamamdjian. What more have we learned about what happened here? The pictures are simply horrific.
Horrific, Christine, and this is obviously changing by the minute, but as you say, we are starting to see some of that surveillance video depending on where those cameras were placed. And the scale of this catastrophe is incredible. At moments, you know, your eyes have sort of trouble processing what you're seeing. Deadly flash floods. You mentioned the death toll at 35. We are now hearing reports, according to local police, that may have jumped to 95, and that could easily rise even more. But we are still waiting to hear for official reports from police. Now, the initial report suggests that this was an earthquake in the area that could have triggered the avalanche and caused the floods. Latest figures reported by officials, I mentioned 95, 72 bodies, they say, have been found, hundreds of foreigners missing. This is according to the tourism industry. Among them, 12 UK nationals. British media here is reporting that among them is a minor, a 13-year-old who might have been part of a group of travelers, 105 Indians, Malaysians, South Africans, 1 Australian, and, Christine, at least 3 Americans. We're going to keep our eyes on that, of course. There is security footage showing on the Chinese side of the Tibet border, showing many people fleeing before a wall of rock, mud, and water just comes down, destroying buildings and vehicles that obviously has taken many lives. And no doubt, as I say, the death toll is expected to go up as we get more information. As I say, this is changing by the minute, very fluid, and a big challenge for rescue workers, Christine.
Yeah, and they must be just in the very early moments, Danielle, right, of the search and rescue here. I mean, and I see all these buses lined up in that video there. Was this a tourist area, do you know?
It is a tourist area at this border where travelers usually congregate. I mentioned this is going to be a very big challenge for rescue workers. This is happening in a mountainous area called Rasua. Population 50,000 people, according to officials. The river flowing downstream to India. So authorities have warned that a second flood now may occur since a blockage is still lodged upstream. Even Xi Jinping, the Chinese leader, has urged all-out search efforts for the missing, as well as stronger monitoring and early warning systems to prevent secondary disasters. Police and military have also joined into the rescue efforts, according to the Prime Minister in Nepal. We are, of course, keeping our eyes on the story. Again, 3 Americans at least among the hundreds of missing in this flash flood, in these flash floods in Nepal, Christine.
All right, Danielle Hamamjan, thank you so much. Confirmed dead.
So, you know what I mean? Based on the images where me I look on, Regine, that death toll there look like it are going at the thousands. You know what I mean? All right. The Venezuelan situation, right? Notice them say 18,000 to 50,000 people unaccounted for. I don't know how you come about them numbers there, because I don't know how you can say between 18 and 50,000. That's a wide gap, you know. That gap there well wide, you know. Like, if you know if somebody missing, you have to have somebody name. Like, family members have to say, hey, my cousin, my aunt, my mother, my father, such and such name, me can't find them, and they were in the vicinity of when the earthquake took place. So that 18 to 50,000, it more sound like 50,000. You get what I say? Like the 18 there, I think push. You have to put that away, because if you have 50,000 people still unaccounted for, where did they go? Where did they go? And the thing about natural disasters like these is, you never get to find back the people, them, some of them. Some people just missing perpetually, because where you have to find later on is just bones, crushed bones. You know what I mean? When you actually get to them, you just have to find bones. You're not going to find nothing to really identify them. You're going to find crushed bone. You understand? And that's the problem with them disaster. Yeah? It's hard to determine how much, you know what I mean, for really find back people. But the point of this class tonight is, if you're Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, now is the time for you to get serious, because, and of course, we're located in Jamaica, so we definitely talk to black people here in Jamaica who's from the 12 tribes of Israel, you know what I mean? Specifically from the tribe of Benjamin. Pay attention to what going on around you. Look what going on the earth. The earth is not the same again. You understand? These are serious times. Now is the time for you to come back to the knowledge of the truth. Now is the time for you to come out of the Christian church. Come out of these religions. Come out of politics, because even the oppression you see a ramp up. You understand? You see everything a ramp up, and it a ramp up against you. And when you see them disaster, yeah, just know that it is the Most High doing these things. It's God do them thing. Yeah. Don't get too conspiratorial and start say America and the weather machine, a torque. What name? Thor or something like that. Don't get conspiratorial, because you saying that is saying like haven't we always have earthquakes and hurricanes and all them things there? Are they new? So all after a sudden, you know what I mean, you start see them, you are gonna say a man do it. No, that is you taking power from God and giving it to man. You understand? And partly why people don't want to say I gotta do it is because most people don't want to admit say they are living a sinful life against the Most High. They would rather just blame man for it. You understand? I don't know why. What is? I don't know what that thing. Let me know if you not see me. Because something just pop up on my screen. I don't know if I TikToker try to kick off my life. I know me not say nothing. You see? Anyway, we'll read some scriptures. See? We'll jump to the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9. You understand? And most are unfamiliar with these scriptures because most of our people grew up in the Christian church. And the Christian church hid these scriptures because these scriptures destroy Christianity. So we are read 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras is in the Apocrypha. The Apocrypha is 14 books that the Catholic Church took. You know what I mean? They decided that these books should not be in the Bible. When you read it, you understand why, you know what I mean, they would have done this. You understand? So we're going to read 2nd Esdras chapter 9 and we'll start at verse 1. And this was when the angel, so Esdras is Ezra, right? So this was when the angel was, you know what I mean, visiting Ezra, and he was showing him signs, visions of things that are to come. You understand? And the end times, when this world, not the planet, but the world, this kingdom, when the oppressor will finally fall from his seat, where you go see in them time. You understand? Somebody left a comment. What's the star around your neck represent? No, we are seeing you, bro. Okay, big up yourself, Wake Up Jamaica. Alright, somebody asks, what is this star around my neck? This is not a star, this is David's name in the Hebrew. Alright? So, a triangle, a D in the triangle is represented by, a D in Hebrew is represented by a triangle. You understand? A D represents a tent. David's name in the Hebrew is Da, or a D is represented by, it's represented by a tent, a Wa, and a D. His name is Dawada, right? Da, a Da, a Wa, and another Da. So you have two Da, two Das, and a Wa. The Wa is a preposition for the word and. It's used in Hebrew vocabulary as and. So what David did simply was just to say, all right, let me take out the Wa. The Wa look like a hook, like a Y, but just picture like a U with a stick at the bottom. You understand? So you just take out that and put the two Da together, but flip one upside down. And that was him logo, that was him signet. That was the kingly seal of Israel. Of course, the Jewish man today, him use it claiming that he is us. When he's not us, he's not the real Israelites. You understand? That's why him call himself the Israeli, the Jewish man, because he's not the real Jew and he's not an Israelite. You understand? He was just shipped by Britain and America to the land where we come from, Zane, during 1948. That's when he occupied the land. He's a European, he's a white man. You understand? He's no different from the Germans. The Germans were just oppressing different tribes of white people. You understand? Who was claiming to be us because we were kicked out of the land by the Most High. So everybody was just grabbing our culture. The Muslim grab our culture and wrote the Quran off it. What you call it now? The Quran would be like a plagiarism of our culture. the white man, one that set a white man, created Christianity, the Romans. They took our culture and created Christianity. And the top tribe of white people, the Jewish man, the fake Jew, he rules the earth. He had the big brother for the Esau. He just claimed that he is us and created, you know what I mean, this new religion. So you have the three major religions stolen from the culture of the slaves, who are the real Israelites. You have Christianity, you have Islam, and you have Judaism, stolen from our records. Our records, we wrote the Bible. The Bible is speaking about us. So now part of the Bible that they took out was the Apocrypha, which is 14 books. You understand? Because when you read books like 1st and 2nd Maccabees, it kind of paint white people as enemies against God. You understand? So then now you understand why. And when you read it, when you read these books, Christianity don't make sense. No more. Like everything in the rest of the Bible adds up. And Christianity goes through the door. You understand? So when you read, for example, 2nd Maccabees, it's about Judas Maccabees and his brothers, Mattathias, their father, fighting against the Greeks. You understand? The Greeks was oppressing them. You understand? No, Judas Maccabeus and Mattathias, you know what I mean, the Maccabean brother and their father, Mattathias, they were from the tribe of Levi. They were Israelites. You understand? And the Greeks were their enemies. Who are the Greeks? White people. So white people was the enemy to God's chosen people. They were oppressing us during the Grecian Empire, and it called name. It spoke about Alexander the so-called Great. It speak about, you know what I mean, couple other historical Grecian generals and army men, which when you search up history, they are prominent historical figures. And these were the people oppressing us. You understand? So when you read them book there, it now go allow you to think about the oppressor, like how Christianity make you think about the oppressor. And 1st and 2nd Maccabees and the Apocrypha, they are not some witchcraft books. There's no such thing as witchcraft. Witchcraft is drug dealing. You understand? That's all witchcraft is. Drug dealing. Creating drugs and all them things. Hallucinogen and them things. You understand? But when you read the books in the Apocrypha, you're not going to look upon the oppressor the same. You're going to look upon him and say, okay, you are the enemy of God. Are you the Bible I talk about? So, what the Romans them do, because they fit the description, them take it out. And then them use the rest of the Bible partially to justify them new religion. Meanwhile, they are the ones who crucified Christ. You know what I mean? They are the ones that carried out the crucifixion of Christ. And they are the ones that persecuted Christ's people. And they are the ones who ordered Britain, Spain, Portugal, France to enslave God's people. And me I talk about the transatlantic slave trade. You understand? So, I know I rant on a bit from the question where somebody did ask about this. Yeah, this is not a star. A star is a ball of gas in the sky that glows at night. You understand? Alright. Alright, so somebody, well, I don't know if that's the first question, so I don't address that yet. Well, make we see you. Okay. Okay, let me answer that. Brother, you said people are coming with their conspiracy saying that these earthquakes are man-made. Yeah, a conspiracy. I now say the white man can't do it, but don't ever make that overshadow prophecy of the most I say them thing will happen. So even if the white man do it, just know say it fit prophecy. But this is not the white man's do it. You understand? You give too much power to the white man. Alright, so somebody asks a question. One, yes, we are gods. The Bible says we are gods. God is a word where you have to know how you use it. See? God just means power or authority. So when somebody say, them worship God or them love God, you have to ask, which God? Which power or authority you talk about? You understand? Because God just means that power or authority. That is not the Most High's name. For example, Buddha is a God. Even though Buddha is made up, is a God of the Chinese. You understand? Shiva or Lashmi is the God of the East Indians. Even though they are not real, you know what I mean, gods, they have no power. You understand? But they are considered to be gods. Now, who else is a god? People in power and authority. Because they have authority and power to do things. See? So when David did say, we are gods, right? He's saying that we have power and authority. That don't mean that we is the most high God. The most high God is Yahweh in the Hebrew. That's his name. He is the creator of all things. You know what I mean? He's the ancient of days. He's the one true God, or the one true power and authority. You understand? So, well, I'll jump back to some scripture. 2nd Esdras 9:1. You know what I mean? So, this says, so again, Ezra was being, you know what I mean, shown the future, just like John the Revelator was. The angel did visit him, and based on what Ezra was describing, it was a terrible experience for him because, you know what I mean, every time the angel visit him is like, I don't know if an illness he might go through or some depression or what, but it wasn't a good experience for him. See? So when somebody tell you about what angel visit them and all them things there, you know what I mean? They don't know what they talk about. See, anyway. So it said, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, verse 2, then shalt thou understand that this is the very same time wherein the highest, Martin, listen, you know, wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. I open the ear that. I'm going to read it again. He must say, verse 1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. So he must say, measure the time. See? Or discern the time. Measure the time. Understand what kind of time this is. You understand? And when thou seest part of the signs pass, meaning there are going to be signs that you are going to see, if you know what kind of time you're in. See? Which I have told thee before. Now the chapters before, you know what I mean, the angel that communicate him and I tell him some things. You understand? Verse 2, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time we are in the highest. Who is the highest? Remember what I tell you, say, you have many gods, but you have the most high God. He is the highest. See? Will begin to visit the world which he made. Right. So the Most High, when Ezra see them sign here, he might know, say, the Most High I get ready to visit the world that he made. So for millennia, the Most High have not visited this earth. You understand? The Most High have not visited this earth. The Most High turned him back upon we, the Israelites. But when you see them things start happening, he must start visit the earth again. Just like when he visited the earth when we were in Egypt. When we were in Egypt in slavery. You see this? Okay. When we were in Egypt in slavery, he visited the earth. You understand? And me per se, I can't say is the Most High himself visit, but him angels them come. Because the Most High upon him throne. But you don't angel them, I'm representative. But I could be wrong, but I have to check with Cap on that and see what go on. See? But just know, so when you see them sign here, the Most High visit the earth that he made. Meaning, him angels them, I get to work. You understand? You are going to see some things in these times that in time past you would have said to somebody, them things they're impossible. Them things they're not real. You understand? I always bring out in class, see, that we experience something as a nation of people that the other nations them not know nothing about. The scripture says, ye alone have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I shall punish you for your iniquities. We know the Most High, Virgin. Them other nation they don't know him, you know. Them other nation they don't know the highest. We know him because we are feeling people. You know how we know him? We know him because we go through slavery. Something that him promised us that would happen to us if we turn our back upon him. You understand? We go through losing our homelands, becoming the lowest nation of people upon the earth, being oppressed by every other nation, being cursed because we turned our back upon him, being punished even before, you know what I mean, all of them things, slavery and them things there. We know the Most High based on disobedience, being disobedient to him and the judgment that follow. We know him. We know how powerful him is. We know what him capable of as a nation. You understand? We know the other nation them don't know. Them don't have a clue. And that is not to say like the Most High is evil or him hate to him. Don't hate him, love we, but we disobedient. Because we should have be above all nations. We are just some stubborn children. We don't want to listen. But now at the time when he might visit back the earth again. When it mean visit back, meaning he might go take we out of captivity. So in reality, we should not necessarily be, what you call it now. This is a time not to take lightly. I see at the most serious time in history this. The most serious time in history. But, this is the most joyful time for we, potentially, for each and every one of us. Well, and the whole of we are going to get saved still, but who want to serve the Most High, who want to come back to the Most High, this is the best time for you. Because now you are going to live to see the Most High judge your oppressor and destroy this kingdom of the earth and give you the rulership of the earth. But if you decide, say, you are going to stay with the oppressor, this is the most terrible time. Terrible, worst time ever in history. You ever hear about catastrophe of biblical proportions? You ever hear people make them term like them I say, yo, them thing what we just witness or something happen where people are say, boy, you only hear about them thing happen in the Bible. Or people I make mention of things that happen in the Bible that them not normally see in real life. Well, you're going to see a lot of that. You're going to see a lot of that. You understand? That are forward. Then, let me go back to reading this. Verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs, what are the signs? It will tell you. Which I have told thee before. Verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. This is, when you see them things happen, know that the highest, the real power in this universe, him a forward man. I visit back the earth where he make him come look back on this thing here. You understand? And the angels, them as me tell you, I get to work. Them a get to work. Them a do some things where man can't do. Where Donald Trump not understand. You understand? Where America, the CIA, the secret groups, them, all of them plans where them have, where mankind worship them and hold them at highest esteem because them so dark and them so wise and them so in charge, them are go confused too. Because for them logic based off of what? Off of science. And the might of them hand. Them armies, them secret technologies, them secret weapons, which is not secret to the Most High. You understand? So when them see them thing happen, them, not only you, them are going to get discombobulated too. You understand? And this is when I always tell people, don't get so caught up in the conspiracy, because the conspiracy is you making the white man as if he's God. The white man is just a man. The scripture tell you. You know what I mean? People are going to look at him narrowly and say, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? That is all low. The white man are going to fall. He are going to fall down lower than dirt. And then we are going to say, I really the man this, where everybody did fear and want to be like and want to, you know what I mean, emulate. You are going to see how lowly the white man really is. So all of them secret societies, them and all them, you know what I mean, them, what you call it, them dark, hidden, you know what I mean, groups, we have all the power to control everything in the earth. They are just men. The only reason why them be able to do what them do because them do it in the dark. If black people and Hispanics did know, you know what I mean, the devices that are being used against us, all of the system in place to keep us down, if we didn't know, then they wouldn't be able to do it. They wouldn't be able to keep us down if we didn't know. That's why them operate in the dark. But the scripture said, what's in the dark have to come to the light. And them things that will come to the light. For example, you have the Epstein file. You understand? You have all of them evils there. You know what I mean? And it's so, we don't call it poetic, because it's almost as if the white man is now on trial. All of them crimes, them are come to the forefront in these days. Which means what? He's about to get judged. Whenever you bring evidence up against somebody, it's always for a trial. And this is the Most High judging the white man. He is at court right now. And unless them information that it come to the forefront, majority of our people would believe that the white man don't deserve the judgment where he going to get. But when you learn about the Epstein file, you learn about who these oppressors are in their secret dark places, then you realize that these are monsters that need to be contained. You know what I mean? It is not even enough to just tell our people that look at the history of what they did to us in slavery. Our people, because of Christianity, are going to say, no man, that is in the past. But then now we have to show them what they are doing in the future. Not the future, in the present. And then now people are get sick to them stomach. And I say, I saw them did really evil. Well, we didn't know that, because look what them do to we in slavery. We never put that past them. Them used to eat we in slavery. Them used to eat us. Now you're surprised that they're eating babies? Come on. But unless them thing come out, then you would have just look on the white man as this innocent, and then you'd have continue hating your people, just like what Christianity was designed to do. Make you hate your people and blame the victim. When the victim, you know what I mean, misbehave and lash out, you blame the victim. You understand? Not taking into consideration that something happened to make the victim behave like this. So now we have to be comparing who worse. We are the white man. And so far the white man, we are worse than we. Of course, because of we emulating the white man and, you know what I mean, wanting to be like the white man, we become wicked too. But with the information will come out about who the white man really is, him surpass everything that is possible upon earth. The animals them, the lion and the tiger them not as evil as him. He's a beast. But unfortunately our people, some of our people have the mark of the beast. You understand? But let me continue reading this. So this I say, verse 2 say, then thou understand, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So when you see them thing, we may go read now, you're going to know, say, yeah man, God will visit the world again. You understand? Verse 3, therefore, when there shall be earthquakes, you understand? Earthquakes. Earthquakes is the worst natural disaster you can ever imagine. The worst. I don't see a natural disaster more deadlier than an earthquake. And now me understand say earthquake come like it evil have no limit. Because one time, me never know say earthquake could have make, you know what I mean, buildings collapse them way there. Me never know that. Me see a picture with I don't know, probably AI, but based on other footage, me not disbelieve it, right? Me see a picture with the earthquake make the land look like a wave. I probably AI, but when me see on CCTV and all the earth a behave, Virgin, earthquake not have no limit, brother. And if and apparently it can get worse than what we see. You understand? We're so much so that buildings that designed for earthquake now can't withstand that. Because the white man never envisioned say earthquake can surpass where him estimate an earthquake can reach. The white man rely upon him science, but may I tell you say, the most I tell you say, yo, the foolishness of God make the wisdom of men look lily. May I paraphrase. You understand? Let me continue reading this. Verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, where you see I go on right now, uproars. Somebody named Yasharala said the Bible not tell us about no earthquake. Now, brother, I'm going to block you. You know why I'm going to block you? Clearly you're a troll. Your name is Yashar Allah. Unless I know me ata. Let me see if I me ata. I'm going to block you. You know why I'm going to block you? Your name is Yashar Allah. Which if the ISUPK never tell you no say Israel in the ancient Hebrew is Yashar Allah. You would have learned it from somebody we learn from the UPK say Israel mean Yashar Allah in the Hebrew. Prince of the power. And then you are going to come up against the Bible. You're trolling, you look attention. I'm going to block you if you make a silly comment like that again. I'll block you. Don't type nothing else. Alright. So, I'm clearly just read the Bible that talk about earthquake. Let me read it again. Verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, where you see now, you see earthquakes and uproar. You understand? of the people, you see all manner of uproar. You understand? When verse 2 say, verse 2 says, then understand that the highest is visiting the earth again that he made. Yeah, man, him forward, man, him come look back on the place. Meaning, him no like what him see. Meaning, the sins of the white man, it buck. It can't go no more. Buck. Him see enough. And meaning, him look upon we, and now him have compassion upon we again. And him must say, all right, a time for me take my people out of Babylon, like how me take them out of Egypt. And guess what he might bring? He might bring gifts, just like him bring gifts to Egypt. What are those gifts? Plagues, destruction, war. Egypt was world power during the time when they were ruling, but they had us in slavery. And what Egypt have in common with America and Britain and them is they gained their power off of the backs of the slaves, off of our backs. You understand? We made them great through our free labor. And what them do? Them oppress us and they gave us no space in them kingdom for it. We see a video where when we do a video on that same page with the Windrush thing where they must say black people in Jamaica and the Caribbean was, you know what I mean, the Windrush thing was all about them fixing back Britain. You understand? And it was right after World War II. See? And Britain need, what I call it now, was in decline because them just don't fight a war. And them need something for somebody to build up back them nation. So hence them send for we, Caribbean people, but for do what? For do the remedial work. For do the slave work. Them basically send for them slaves. You understand? So them send for the Caribbean people from them colonies, them slaves. Some will say them ex-slaves, but we are still them slaves. You understand? Slavery just look different today. See? But them put a cap on what we could accomplish in them kingdom. So that's why most Windrush children, you know what I mean, never really amount to any kind of status in England, in Britain. But meanwhile, them cherry pick the best, the educated, you know what I mean, the best people from Africa. So them pick street sweepers, janitors, housekeepers, you know what I mean, servants from Jamaica and Barbados and Trinidad. But them pick intellectuals, you know what I mean, doctors and them people from Africa, students. But why? Why is that? Why did they do that? Them do that because we are the slaves. We are their slaves. The Africans, they are free. The Africans are not their slaves. The Africans get a privilege that you don't get. And it's further proof again that we are not Africans. When we try to explain to you every day is that we and the Africans are two totally different race of people. The Africans and the British are partners. The Africans, of course, the white man is the devil. So them exploit them too. I guess the Africans them think say, boy, if them team up with the white man are go be, you know what I mean, just with them. No, the white man are the devil. But the white man and them are partners. Just like in the transatlantic slave trade. They were trade partners. But we were the ones being traded. You understand? So the Most High come, him see we plight, him see what go on, And know that it's a time for the world to get messed up. The world is going to get shaken up. You understand? And it's a good thing, as I said, for our people who want to serve the Most High. It's a good thing. What is there to worry about? Now we finally are going to get, you know what I mean, taken out of captivity. And we're going to rule a kingdom that is greater than any kingdom that was ever upon the face of the earth. That the white man could dream of. The white man having utopia where him have AI and the robots, them a do everything for him. You understand? And him living this utopia. That utopia is not for him. That utopia is for us. And the white man will be a slave in that utopia. Our servant. And as a matter of fact, his utopia don't even compare to what the Most High have prepared for us. Let me jump to our scriptures. See? Let me show you what the Most High say. I jump to 1 Corinthians 2:9 and it says, but it is written, eyes have not seen, nor ears heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the thing which God has prepared for them that love him. So this I said, eyes have not seen, nor ears heard, neither have it entered into the heart of man, meaning it not even enter into your mind what the Most High have prepared for you because you love him. So all of this futuristic thing where the white man has showed, that is his dream. What the Most High have in store for we, the white man couldn't even imagine. Couldn't even imagine. And a time now, to stop look on the Bible as if it's some caveman book. There's nothing more sophisticated on this earth than the Bible. You understand? And hold fast to it because you wrote it. Your foreparents wrote it. You know what I mean? You saying it's a white man book is you giving, you know what I mean, the white man credit for the greatest literature upon the face of the earth. What if you say the white man write the Bible, you're saying the white man know the future. And you are saying the white man is God's chosen people. That is what you are saying. Because the Bible have prophecies in it where come to pass. This book is supernatural. I mean supernatural in a spooky way, like you can use it and work Obia with. Nothing no name Obia. Obia is just a Obia today is a scam for scammers. You understand? That is Obia. A scam for scammers. Obia is not real. It's fake. It's not real. You understand? But this Bible is real. And you know why our people rather beat me? I know me a sidebar, but the reason why our people love Obia because them don't want to keep the laws in the Bible. Them rather just go cast a spell to get rid of them problem than, you know what I mean, than stop being the filthy sinner that them is that caused the Most High to curse them in the first place. So them think them can cast a spell to get rid of the curse. But that's going to make the curse worse because now you do something with the Most High tell you say you enough to do. Don't do that. So you have worse the sinner now. You go check the Obia man make you worse as the sinner. You understand? So, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, and it has not entered the mind of man what the Most High have in store for his people. And as me I tell you, you see the UFO thing, them a come, you know what I mean, you see some things where you say, boy, a couple years ago, them things would be, you know what I mean, cool talk, you know what I mean? But now you have the US government that tell us, say, them have UFO sightings, and you have people that come out and say them have UFOs hidden and one bag of thing. Enough of that is just exaggeration and rare. But the white man knows say something not go on. Him have the telescope them, him have the satellites them, him must see everything. You now see, you might see a light in the sky one night and say, what that? You know what I mean? You never know why. It might just be the white man technology, but The white man, trust me, him a see everything. And him know what go on. Him know say something strange things are happening. That is because the IS, like when we read in a second Esdras, is visiting the earth again that he made. So for millennia, the Most High have not visited this earth. We have been under punishment because we decide that we have turned from him, and we have followed the white man, we have followed the Chinese, we have followed these other nations that he did not choose. So like any good father, he must say, all right, I turn my back on you, and look where we are today. We have the Chinese, I get rich off away. China, let me tell you something. You see this boom that China is experiencing today, becoming, you know what I mean, contesting America to be the world's greatest economy, our largest economy. That was made off of our backs. Even we here in Jamaica helped contribute to that. When the Chinese man set up him wholesale in your community, where you think that money they go to? That money they go back to China and help build China. You notice you now go ever see the Chinese man having business in the East Indian communities, in the white man community. You know what I mean? You now go see him only have in businesses in the blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians, the 12 tribes of Israel communities. Why? Because the white man rent you out. You being the white man's slave, him rent you out to the Chinese man. Once upon a time, you were the ones who were making all the technologies for the white man for cheap. But the white man realized, say, nah, him not really want you have nothing at all in his kingdom. So him outsource it to the Chinese man. Him outsource it. Him outsource it to the Chinese man, which have become him greatest enemy because of it. The Chinese man is now him greatest enemy. The Chinese man can't monopolize everything now, and him don't know what to do. Him afraid of the Chinese man now. The only thing left to do is go to war with the Chinese man. And the only thing that him can do. Because him can't beat the Chinese man with production and cheap products. Him can't beat the Chinese man when it comes to technological innovation and get it, you know what I mean, ready and out. When the white man innovate, him innovate for 20 years, Bertrand. And after 20 years, when I talk about still not upon the market, him tell you about flying, him tell you about flying cars, for example. From me, I hear about flying cars. The Chinese just start pre-flying cars and they don't have them already. They must say next year they must start selling them. So because the white man hated you so much, him hold on him kingdom. And him bring in the Chinese man to make money off of you and also for becoming greatest competitor. That success the way you see China, I think that I enjoy right now is off your backs. If it wasn't for you, if China wasn't giving you as food for feed pan, them wouldn't become the great nation that them is right now. And them are thinking of their mind, say, yeah, them are the next world power, but the most I have something else in the most I have something else for them. So China just in place, right? I want to look upon it, you know. Where are black Jamaicans today in the grand scheme of things in the world? We are at the bottom, right? No innovation. Andrew Holness, our overseer, make sure, say, you know what I mean, coding and all the things that are innovating the world today are not taught in our schools. Because when you operate a plantation, you only need human resource, which is AKA for slaves, right? So yeah, you can get a call center work, you can go work in a factory, you can go work on the wharf and do some remedial manual labor work. But you know what I mean? You're not being trained like how the Chinese are trained for them people to learn the coding and to create AI. Black people are not creating AI. Hispanics are not creating AI because our overseers only want us to be human resource. You understand? So where are we now? We are at the bottom, right? If life is a race, which it is, that's why them use the term race when they talk about nation, because it's a race. See? If life is a race as it is, who would you say is leading this race right now? You have the white man who was always leading, right? I have a Chinese man, I come up slow behind him, slowly but surely I get ready for pass him. We're black people and Hispanics there. Well, if you count the nation of people them on the face of the earth, we they are last. Even the Africans them in the race. The Africans them in the race. The East Indian them in the race. See? The Arabs them in the race. Where blacks, Hispanics and Native Indians there. We are doing so. Who are going to win the race? We are going to win the race. China now go win it. The white man now go win it. We are going to win it. Even though it look like say, yo, we not going to come nothing. We are going to win the race there. We are going to be the next ruler of this earth. And that's sure like how the sun, you know what I mean, come up a morning time. Sure. Like how the moon, you know what I mean? The moon come up, you have the new moon, you have the full moon, and you can track it. Sure as how the stars come out at night. Sure as how the clouds come out at day. That's surer than where them a look pan in front of them right now and I see. Them a do the maths and them a do them calculation and them a count them bank account and them a see it. We can't see it, but our thing surer than for them one. But we have to have faith, because faith is the things hope for but not seen. We can't see it, but it's surer than anything what them a do. You understand me? Well sure. See? Let me read this again. Hold on. Sometimes I think too fast, you know. It's hard to forget about my thoughts, because about 100 things go through my mind while I talk a while ago, and I don't talk. Whole heap of different scriptures, and by the time I don't talk, I don't remember. By the time I don't talk, I don't remember star. I have some scriptures I've run, as me I talk, them I run through my mind. So if I don't talk, I don't remember. And if I cut it and say I jump to the scripture, I don't remember what I talk about. You know what I mean? But like when I say, sure. See? Alright. May I jump to Matthew? Matthew chapter 24. We're going to jump to verse 4. Right? And Yahawashi. Who is Yahawashi? Yahawashi is Jesus. That's his name in the Hebrew. Yahawashi. I know I hear some people say Yahusha and Yashaya. Those are fake Israelites. Commanding General YAHANNA never tell them that. Those are not even Hebrew. Like, well, Yahusha, there's no U in ancient Hebrew. Well, alright, so watch this now. That's why we tell us enough of them groups, yeah. Enough of them are those agents. Just the white man send out people for, you know what I mean? Not all of them, you know. Some of them are just some stubborn Negroes who don't want to stop smoke weed. So them go build them own a thing. See? Or them don't want to stop being a LGBT, or them don't want to stop graping or sleeping with white women or rare. So them have to go do them own a thing, and them with them own a thing, them have to change up the doctrine. So Yahusha, there's no U in ancient Hebrew. You understand? Christ's name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai, meaning the Most High name is Yahweh and Christ's name is Yahweh Shai. Meaning Christ's name is Yahweh saves. Shai means saves. So Christ's name is Yahweh Shai because he is a savior. The Most High sent him to save. You understand? Let me find that. You understand? We're going to jump to Matthew. Is it Matthew? Matthew 1 and verse 21. Was it Matthew 1 and 21? Let me see. Right. Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call him Jesus, or in the ancient Hebrew, Yahawashai, for he shall save his people from their sins. You understand? The reason why I'm named Yahweh saves is because that's his mission. For saving people, just like Joshua. You understand? Joshua and Jesus are the same word. You understand? There's no Yahusha in the ancient Hebrew. You understand? Right? All right. Let me jump back to this now. Verse 4. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 4, and it said, and Yahawashai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. Right? You have a lot of people. Many shall come in his name, saying, I am Christ. What it mean? What it mean to come in his name? To come in his name, you claim say Christ sent you. You see that in the Christian church. You see that in these fake Hebrew Israelites. You see that even in the Rastafari movement claiming that Selassie is Christ. You understand? You see that in Islam. You understand? Where them claim that Muhammad is the one and true prophet of God. You understand? Many are come in a field name claiming that they are Christ. That they are the Christ mean the anointed. You understand? So they are claiming that they are the chosen one, you know what I mean, and they are bringing the message to save you. They are the ones you should follow. Many. And you see those many out. The greatest many that you see out there is the Christian church, because the Christian church is the most of all the many. So it can't be the Christian church, because they are the most. Him say many, and they are the most. More to think about them little thing our people don't think about, you know. If him say many shall come in his name, and the Christian church is the most, them can't be, you know what I mean, Christ. They must be something else, right? Let's continue reading. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many, right? And many have been deceived. You know what I mean? Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. So this is one of the signs. Remember we read in 2nd Ezra, how him say earthquake and uproars of the people. This is how you know that, you know what I mean, what kind of time you're in. The time that the Most High will start to visit back the earth. See? Well, Matthew make you know, say, you're going to see wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So all of them things have to come to pass, meaning a whole heap of madness will take place before Christ actually cracked that sky. So a lot of enduring have to go on. And you now can't endure if you're not in the truth. You understand? Let me continue reading. So it says, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right. Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation. What is that talking about? So him say, first him say, wars and rumors of wars. Which are the wars where you see, and the rumors of war. What is the rumors? Somebody surprised me in the chat. What is the rumors of war referring to? Let me see if, you know what I mean? Well, I don't expect you to know still. Alright, so when it says rumors of war, so you see war. What is the rumors of war? What is the biggest rumor of war that everybody is talking about? We have 26 hours over here. See? So we are see wars. And we are hear rumors of wars. Right? What is the rumor of wars that everybody have on their mind? What rumor is there out about World War III? Yeah, 11441. Big up yourself. That is the rumor. There's a rumor out there that World War III has begun or World War III is coming. And we know what come with World War III. Nuclear annihilation. That's the rumor of wars. You understand? Wars and rumors of wars. You understand? And the Bible tell you about World War III. See? We'll jump to Revelations chapter 11 and 14. And it says, the second woe is past. What is woe? What is woe referring to? Woe means destruction. When it says woe be unto such and such, it means destruction. You understand? So the second woe is past. What is the second woe? The second woe is the second destruction that has passed. What is that? Let's continue reading. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So what is the third woe? So two woe have passed. And a third woe cometh quickly. It's talking about World War II has passed and World War III cometh quickly. You understand? Let's No, that's not it. Yeah, I think of this the brother pull 9 and verse 12. So it says, this is Revelation 9 and verse 12, and it says, one woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. So this is talking about World War I past and two more war come. So there's three woes to expect, right? Now Revelations 14, Revelations let me just read a while ago. Revelations, let's go back. Revelations 11 and 14 say, two wars pass, and the third war cometh quickly. So there's three wars, right? World War I, World War II, and World War III. And all of that in the Bible. You understand? That is something you're not learning in your Christian church. See? So the Bible talk about world wars. They are prophesied. So if the Bible talk about world war, guess what else the Bible talk about? The Bible talk about slavery. And why the Bible talk about them things? Because the Bible is not a religious book. The Bible is not Christianity, or Christianity would tell you them things. You know what your Christian pastor do? The Christian pastor pray that the war between Russia and Ukraine may come to an end. And the Christian pastor pray that the fake Jews over there in Palestine, in our land, that he may become victorious over the Iranians and the Palestinians and them, or that the war may come to an end. But guess what, go on? All of this is the Most High is doing. Everything, every tumult. I don't know if I said that word properly. Upon the earth, what you see go on right now, that is the Most High is doing. God is doing that. God wants it to happen. The earthquakes, you know what I mean? The famine, the uproars, all of them things there. That's the Most High doing that. You understand? Let me jump back to Matthew. See in Matthew 24, with their verse 7. No. So it's a for nations shall rise against nation. What is that talking about? Somebody surprise me. When it says nation shall rise against nation, what is that talking about? So one nation shall rise against another nation. See? Somebody in the chat. May I go in 20 seconds to answer that? Right? We have some scripture here, you know. I think I left out some scripture. Revelations. Nobody? All right, somebody say return of tribalism. You're almost there. You're almost there. But bring it straight home. Bring it straight home. You're almost there. You said the return of tribalism. You know what I mean? You're right there. Carry it all the way home. What you talking about? It said nation. Let me read it again. It said, verse 7, Matthew chapter 24 and verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation. What that talk about? Somebody say return of tribalism. You're almost there. Almost. Bring it straight home. What is the return of tribalism? Lady Flame. The return of tribalism. What is that? What's another word for that? What's another word for the return of tribalism? Or tribalism? All right. Look like Lady Flame freeze up on that one there. All right. So for time's sake, I'm gonna know. This is talking about. No man. All right. So you say return of tribalism. So you're right. That right. But you have to use the term where would I bring it right home to everybody. See? So you say nation rise to be identified. All right. For time's sake, I'm gonna give it to you. Tribalism is just race war. You understand? You see racism start come up back. So nations is not necessarily Jamaica. So the way we think about nation today is Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, you know what I mean, Cuba, America. No, that is not a nation. Your nation is a tribe. That's why when you say tribalism, I say you're almost there. See? Your nation is a tribe. Your race. Your tribe is your race. Now you see racism on the forefront. I hear more and more in the media, them talk about race wars about to happen. A lot of racism are going on. You know what I mean? The Jewish man, him come up against the Palestinians because them are Palestinians. Then now when him go to Vietnam, the Vietnamese them don't like him because of what he do to the Palestinians. Then in America, you see the white man, through Donald Trump, is becoming more emboldened with him racism. And he more come up against blacks and Latinos. You understand? And now you have black people now who are being, what you call it now, who are being baited to go and attack white people so that the race war can start, and a race war will happen. But you don't be a part of it. That's not your fight. So part of the signs of the times is race wars, nations rising against nations. And it also says kingdoms against kingdoms. Now, that is what you talk about when you talk about America against China. Zin, and you talk about Russia against Ukraine, Russia against the EU, Russia against NATO, Iran against Israel, you know what I mean? China against what I place the name again? We make the chips. that place. Then you have North Korea against South Korea. Then you have the Ethiopians against the Egyptians. Then you have nations rising against, not nations, but kingdoms against kingdoms. You understand? And with the Bible, I try to make you know, say you're going to see all of them things happen at once. This is how you know that the highest, like in Esdras, when we're reading Esdras, is getting ready to visit the earth that he has made. The earth is going to be visited. They might talk about alien invasion. It's not an alien invasion. You understand? If by alien you mean angels. If by alien you mean angels, well, fine. But the Bible don't call them aliens. And them don't look like what the white man claim them look like. Them look like black men. You understand? Them are going to invade the earth. But them things have to happen first. You understand? You notice the white man can never get it out of his mind. Every move him do is something coming from space, invading the earth. Where that thought process they even come from? Like, before we even understood the Bible, we would even think about that. Something coming from out there. Where did you get that from? Him get it out of the Bible. Him knows the rightful owner forward for this. You understand? Let me read again, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation. I don't know if they might hear me upon YouTube, you know. Probably too far away from the microphone. All right. For nation shall rise against nations, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine, pestilence, and earthquake. What is pestilence? You talk about plagues. You talk like COVID-19 and other plagues. Right now, what them say out there now? Them say, right now you have some lettuce, some little virus, you know what I mean, that are called explosive diarrhea. You have the Ebola right now in Africa. The highest outbreak that they have ever experienced since the Ebola. And them things are going to get more and more. More and more and more and more. The earthquake, them are going to get stronger. The storm, them are going to start go category 5 like well in Jamaica. You understand? The tornadoes, them are going to walk through your cities. And all of this are going to weaken America. Because America rely upon its force. And the most I say, I will not meet you as a man. So America think that, yo, them have great and mighty power, and you know what I mean? Them have the most I will just send a tornado through your military base and destroy all of your fighter jets them. So who you gonna fight China with now? You have to go come like you have to go use a nuclear weapon, and that the most I want you do. The most I want you use your nukes. Because if you notice with them nations, them don't really want to go to war with each other. But it's the most that must stir up the buckle. You understand? I think you have a scripture where go so. You understand? Might be paraphrasing. Let me see. I might be paraphrasing. Yeah? Isaiah 13 and 4. The noise of the multitudes in the mountains, like as a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdom of the nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. You know what I'm saying? Muster. When you muster something, meaning you are thing that. You understand? Hold that. 1 second there. I'm going to pause this. All right, so when it say, You know what I mean? The Lord mustereth the battle. It means that is the Lord that is, what do I call it? We have a term we use, instigate. Is the most I cause this for happen. You understand? Let me look up the meaning of the word muster. See? Muster. All right, so this say assemble, especially for inspection or in preparation for a battle. So when you see them things you go on the earth, this is the most I is doing. You understand? This is the most I doing it. So I know something where you can pray for. You can't pray for it don't happen. You can't say, God, please bring peace on earth because the Most High want war. Why the Most High want war? Not because the Most High just want, you know what I mean, everybody to be at war and not at peace. It's because that's how he might free people. You understand? His people is in captivity. And the people ruling over his people, they might live at ease. They might prosper and they might eat. They might gain them wealth off of feeding people. So guess what I forgot happen? They might forgot go to war. Peace have to get taken from the earth. I will jump to another scripture. See? We're going to jump to Revelation 6 and 4. And it said, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. That is where you see I go on right now. Peace I get taken out of the earth. So, all right. How much years now we are teach about the Ukraine and Russia war? From its start, right? And we are making to know say the war there now go end. The Russia and Ukraine war now go end. How long now it a go on? It a go on from 2000 and what? 22, 21? And we in a 2026 now. See? It now go end. And guess what else now go end? Remember when America and Israel bomb Iran, we tell you say it now go end. It's still a go on right now. Iran block the Strait of Hormuz. America say them have control of the Strait of Hormuz, which is a lie. See, it's a lie. When you check the maps, even when them put on them news networks, you see say Russia really control the Strait of Hormuz because Karg Island, see, Karg Island where Russia say all the ships need to pass through Karg Island region, check in with them in order to cross, you see all of the ship them park up over there. So Russia control, not Russia, Iran control the Strait of Hormuz. And Donald Trump is bluffing. So now Donald Trump see that the bombing campaign we might use against Iran, it not work. It not work. You understand? It not work. So he have to revert to sanctions, which sanction is the least of all the weapons that him have in his playbook. Sanction would have come before bombings. So if you want discourage a nation, you sanction them first. And when the sanction don't work, then you use bombings. Donald Trump used bombing first, and then he used sanction, which means what? Him really reverse. Him really want to stop the war. So I'm going to tell you say the sanctions are destroy Iran when you can't tell say it destroy Iran. You have to just take him word for it because him really try to get out of this mistake we make. But him can't get out of it. Because all that I go do, when Iran see say them weak and them on them back foot, Iran are going to get emboldened. Iran are going to get emboldened and Iran are going to start do more things. You know what I mean? I going to get emboldened to do things that are going to force them to get back into the war. And America don't willing to watch them power slip from them. The white man, him don't willing to watch him power slip from him. So, what do you think this is going to lead to? It's going to lead to China to get involved. It's going to lead to everybody to get involved. Because what? The most I say, him must win the battle. See? And he might draw the nations down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Let me find that. The valley of Jehoshaphat is in the Middle East. You understand? This is Joel 3:2, and it says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people. So what is the reason for this war? The Most High plead with them for him, for his people. Why? Why him have to bring every nation down into the valley of Jehoshaphat? When the Most High say, yeah, I see Nepal, man, I eat with the pan today, now, the topic there with the pan. You see me? When you see the Most High say, him a go plead with them for feeding people, it don't mean him a go beg them. It don't mean him a go say please. It mean him a go make them bleed. You understand? For feeding people. But why him a go bring all nations into the valley of Jehoshaphat? Well, this is the reason why. And this is what nobody told you, black people, Hispanic and Native Indian. All these other nations, they are in confederate against you. That's why all of them have to get judged. The white man, him are the ringleader, but you know him have to go to war with him own, you know what I mean, ring. You understand? Yeah, Lady Flame said all took place in the slave trade, yeah. All took part, yeah. You understand? We're going to jump to Psalms 83 and verse 5. It says, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Right? These nations. I think we should have read, let me start at verse 1. Because these Psalms, many of them are prophecies, you know. David was a prophet. You understand? And that's what our nation have. We have a nation of prophets. You understand? But our people like to believe that they are prophets when they are not chosen by the Most High to be a prophet. A prophet come back as a prophet. You understand? The spirit of the prophets is subject to a prophet, meaning your spirit will come back as a prophet if you're a prophet. Which means what? If you're a prophet, you will be here with us because we are the prophets. Commanding General YAHANNA is the head prophet right now upon earth. Not your Christian pastor. Not you sit down in your house getting a vision by your bed. If you get a vision, you need to call the prophets and ask the prophets what your vision mean. Maybe you just have a nightmare because you have been a terrible person. You know what I mean? Maybe that's just it. You have nightmares because you have been a terrible person. Or maybe there's something to your vision by your bed. Oh, you know? Not by sitting down and thinking maybe this what it mean and what it mean and that what it mean. You have to confuse yourself. And you have to operate based off of your dream and make a big mistake because you never understand if it's even a vision. And you have to offend somebody based off of your dream. And you have to sin against the Most High based off of your dream because you are not a prophet. If you have a dream or you think it's a vision, you call the prophets where the prophets are in the ISUPK and the Commanding General YAHANNA. If you need counsel, I will tell you a lot of time too, if you need counsels, link with, we can make your life better by giving you proper counsel, what to do and what not to do. We're not going to rub you down with no oil. and give you no bath. You understand? No bath and no madness. You understand? Obia not real. That's the first thing I will tell you. Obia is not real. You understand? So, David was a prophet, and he prophesied this in this psalm. He said, chapter 83, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. Verse 2, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. So who hate the Most High? David has said, be not still. David has tell the Most High, say, be not, don't keep silent, be not still, because your enemies make a tumult. So the Most High have enemies. Who is the Most High enemies? Is Satan the Most High enemy? Because if you listen to the Christian church, you would think that Satan are the Most High enemy. When Satan, all Satan is a foot soldier for the Most High. That's all him do. Follow orders. So who is the Most High enemy? It said, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. Verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people. So the Most High's enemy have taken crafty counsel against the Most High's people. So if you wonder why the Most High going to draw all these nations into the valley of Jehoshaphat to plead with them for his people, here is where it explains it, right? And consulted against thine hidden ones. Why are we referred to as the Most High's hidden ones? They are confederate. They have crafty counsel against the Most High people, which is us. You know what I mean? And consulted, meaning they have consulted each other against the Most High's hidden one. We are hidden. Why we are hidden? Because nobody knows who we are. We don't know who we are. You understand? These other nations do know who we are, you know. Like the hierarchy, you know. I now say like the average East Indian man or the average white man know that we are the Israelites. But rest assured, say them think tanks and the Roman, you know what I mean, the Jesuit priests, them know. Them know that whoever pull the strings, no. Xi Jinping, no. You understand? But they are consulting with each other against us. We're hidden because our identity is hidden. Because you have another people claiming to be us and we are just niggers and spicks. You understand? That's what they call God's people. See? Let's continue. Verse 4. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation. And that is where you see a play out today. We know them divide with throughout the Caribbean, the tribe of Benjamin. Now the tribe of Benjamin call themselves Trinidadians, Jamaicans, you know what I mean, Bajans. The tribe of Levi call himself Haiti. The tribe of Simeon call himself Dominican. The tribe of Ephraim call himself Puerto Rican. The tribe of Manasseh call himself Cuban. The tribe of Judah call himself Negro or Black American. The tribe of Issachar call himself Mexican. The tribe of Asher call himself Venezuelan, Brazilian. You understand? So, them cut we are from being a nation. They were all complicit. They knew what was taking place. What we need to understand, you know, we are the center of attention, you know. Today we only see ourselves as being, you know what I mean, black people. And we take pride in being Jamaican because we don't know who we are. We don't know that the focus on us is not necessarily because we are Jamaican. It's because aren't they the children of Israel? And you go in front of them and you say, yeah man, yeah, you dance, you say, bombard, them love Jamaicans, you know. No, them a look upon the children of Israel dancing like a blasting monkey. And they must say, yeah, okay, great. You know what? Hey, I love your vibes, man. I like your vibes, man. You're cool, man. Do you smoke, man? And you say, yeah, man, we smoke the highest grade. Yeah, Jamaicans are wild, man. All time. You're God's chosen people. You just don't know and you make a mockery of yourself. You understand? But they are confederate against thee. See? Let's continue reading. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom. Who's the tabernacle of Edom? Edom are the Edomites. They are Esau. That's a white man. Esau came out red all over like an airy garment. And this is why the Apocrypha, it's so important to get rid of the Apocrypha. Because Edom is Idumea. That would be like the extended word. So Edom would be Esau and Idumea would be the nation of Esau, right? In the Apocrypha, it tells you that Idumea were the Greeks. In the Apocrypha, in I think 2nd Maccabees, it tells you that they were the Greeks. And the Bible says Esau or Edom are going to get eradicated. The Bible make you know say the house of Esau will be no more. Most of you are going to get ready to make them extinct like the dinosaur. So if you are Esau running your Catholic church, you are going to take that out of the Bible. Because that identify you. And now you tell people, say, boy, you know, that is not canonical or canonical books. They are not inspired by God. When the original Bible used to have it, so after a sudden, Uno used to have, as a matter of fact, them have it in them Bible, them just take it out for you. So your regular Protestant Christianity don't have it, but the Catholic Church have it not for them Bible. You understand? You see what I go on? For you. Because anyhow you read that, and you see Idumea is the Greeks, and then you link back Idumea to Esau and Edom, and you see that the Most High is going to destroy Edom, and you see that Idumea, the Greeks, was at war with God. Then you understand why the Most High hate Esau. Because the scripture said, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. That's what the Most High said. Then you have things where Christianity now go zoom in pan and make sense of. Christianity is more about dancing and singing and distraction. That's all it is. So it said the tabernacles of Edom. So it named the first nation that is confederate against the Most High. Edom, Esau. And the Ishmaelites. Who are the Ishmaelites? We all know those are the Arabs, right? The Arabs in... You have Jamaicans today who call themselves Maroons, who are now attaching themselves to Moors. The Moors were Arabs. They had a part to play in our slavery. They were enslaving us before the transatlantic slave trade. Everybody was picking on us because God turned him back on us. That took place. And that happened, you know. Everybody a pick upon we because God turned him back upon we. When God used to protect we, all of them used to hate we. So when God turned him back upon we because we turn our backs on God, them say, all right, yeah man. See them there? Everybody oppress we. So the Arabs, them enslave we. While we were in Africa, them are oppress we. Many of we have to convert to Islam while in Africa because we are trying to escape oppression and we want to trade. We want to survive. The Africans, them, the Hamites, oppress we. The European, the white man, Edom, Idumea, oppress we because now the Most High, we weren't under the Most High protection anymore. But the Most High never ignore it. That's why I'm saying, I will plead with them there for my people. Let me jump back to this. Well, let me just read this. Of Moab and the Agarenes. Moab is the Chinese. You understand? Moab is the Chinese. See? The Agarenes, they are Africans, right? Gebal, I think the French, like a tribe of Edom. Ammon, Aman is the Japanese. The Japanese and the Chinese are two different tribes. The Japanese and the Chinese come from Lot, Moab and Ammon. When Ammon, when Sodom and Gomorrah was burned down to the ground, and Lot two daughters them think that there was no man upon the face of the earth left. So them drunk them father and have sex with him and had sons. See? The eldest one, she sleep with her father first, and she get a son named Moab. And the youngest one sleep with her father next, and had a son named Ammon. That's why them come out Down syndrome looking. That's why Chinese people look Down syndrome. Because the people them come out handicapped. Functional handicap picked them. And one became the Chinese and one became the Japanese. Now, North Korea and South Korea mix up in either one of them tribes. I don't remember North Korea which one. But North Korea either Moab or Ammon. I don't know. But those are those people. See? Then you have Amalek. Who's Amalek? Amalek is the grandson of Edom. That's the Jewish man. You understand? That's the top tribe in Esau. That is the, you know what I mean, what I call it now, the head of the snake. The Jewish man, the fake Jew, Netanyahu and them. Them have them tentacles all over the earth. Them control almost everything. Them finance the transatlantic slave trade. You understand? The Philistines, Africans again. And the inhabitants of Tyre, Africans. Ashur also is joined with them. I forgot who Ashur is. Probably Africans too. All these nations are confederate. That's why the Most High said this. See? Let me jump back to Joel. Jump back to Joel 3 and 2, and it says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Right now the Most High land is parted. You have the Arabs, you have the fake Jews, you have the Palestinians. You understand? Them parted the Most High land and I fight over it. And I bleed out the resource out of the land. The land don't belong to us, you know. The land belongs to the Most High. That's the Most High's land, and He give it to us. You understand? So even if we get kicked out of the land, it still belongs to God. He still want it. And He will give it to who Him will. So He might draw them down in the land right now. The valley of Jehoshaphat is the Middle East. And He must say, He must go plead with them for what them do to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Nobody no remember about our suffering, you know. Today, everybody talk about, look on the Palestinians, them, free Palestine. How about free the Native Indians? The Native Indians did rule the entire USA, the entire North America. And now they are confined to reservations. What happened to them? Them get massacred, them get genocide. Millions of them. Genocide. I don't even know if you have a million Native Indians left. One to them, one to we, one to the Mexicans them, where Cortez and them come and enslave, the Aztecs and the Mayans. One to the Yucatan, one to the Arawaks, one to the Taínos, one to the Amerindians. Them are the most humble and kindest people upon the face of the earth today. One to them. Well, the Most High have it covered. The Most High have everything covered. He might go bring all of them nations into the valley of Jehoshaphat and he might go plead with them for him people. You see a Christian church read this from time to time, but them left out the part where it says, plead with them for my people. Because when it comes to Christianity, Israel is left out of the mix. But it's all about us. Everything where you see a go on is because of us. So go back to what me say. You might think that you're insignificant, you know, but you are the center of attention because of who you is. You are God's chosen people. You wrote this Bible. He inspired prophets of your nation for, you know what I mean, prophesy things that come to pass. And all of it is recorded. Well, most of it is recorded. I can't ever say most. What he determined that you needed is in this book. Everything that you need is in this book. He makes sure that this book was everywhere that you were. As a reminder, even when you couldn't connect yourself to the book at one time. Even when you used to call the book the white man's book. Well, guess what? In the white man book, quote unquote, it said, don't steal. You better make sure so you don't steal. Don't commit adultery. Don't fornicate. Don't be a LGBT. There's no excuse. Think it's a white man book all you want. This book are going to be the evidence against you when you commit unrighteousness. That's why there. That's why the Most High makes so much copies out there across the world. God do that. You understand? And the same book are going to make you remember who you are. You're going to say, oh, are we? I know them. And then when the white man are going to say, I'm going to stutter. Well, it no matter. We don't believe. You know why people are saying today, it no matter. We don't believe in the Bible. Well, I thought the Bible was talking about you. I thought you, it's your book. You know business about it now. As soon as we are say, are our things, just forget about it. The Bible not real, it's made up. Oh, really? Oh, really? All right. We'll go and read it. Because it say your kingdom will come to an end and you're going to slavery. Then, him say, Judas' account is key, like talking to your ancestors. Nah, I don't know of an account of Judas. You understand? Right now we just focus on where the Most High give it. The Bible and the Apocrypha. It is what he make available, it is all we need. Right now the white man are creating own thing and I push it because him want to distract you from what. So you have a book of Enoch, which when you open it and read the front page, it says, this is not the real book of Enoch. You understand? But our people like the way I call it now. This weird people hanging in hell with hooks and all them things. There's no such place. You understand? Then you have the book of Joshua, where it make the Israelites out to be like them are supermen. Like them are some superheroes. But you can tell that is a fictional book. You understand? And it said Isaac sleep with Rebecca when she was, what, 8-year-old virgin. Now you understand who write that book. Because we have laws in the Bible where say we're born is against pedophilia. No. Ethiopia, no, there's no such thing as Ethiopian scriptures. Ethiopians are not Israelites. They cannot have scriptures. You understand? This is Psalms chapter 147 and verse 19, and it says, He showeth his word unto Jacob. Who showeth his word unto Jacob? The Most High showeth his word to Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. Verse 20, He has not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. The Most High is not dealing with anybody else, only Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Ethiopians cannot have no Bible. Hell is the grave. It is where your body go after life. That's correct. And hell is also a condition on earth. Right? So after you're reincarnated, after you die, you know what I mean, then you come back and you live out your judgment. You understand? But hell is also called the grave. You know what I mean? Hell is any condition that is unfavorable. So today we even call jail or prison, hell or hellhole. My father called it hellhole because that is where him faced, you know what I mean? That's where he went in America. You know what I mean? That was hell to him. See? Nah, sis, no such thing. You understand? No such thing. You understand? All of that made up. Just like the Kebra Nagast. The Kebra Nagast is an Ethiopian 12th century, 13th century concoction where them tie themselves to Solomon to gain relevancy. Before that, Ethiopians never know of no such thing as the Solomonic dynasty or nothing like that. They concocted it because they wanted to make sure, say, you know what I mean, the kings at that time remain in power because it was divine, because they are linked to Solomon. But nobody never know about that. I wouldn't write that. And they misquote scriptures, misrepresent scriptures in the Bible. You understand? First Chronicles and Kings. You understand? They misquote it for write the Kebra Nagas. The people them who write the Kebra Nagas don't even seem like them know the Bible. But that's why I tell you, so when we fell, other nations start feed pan we. Them start take our records. So the Jewish man took our records and start call himself the Jew or Jewish. See? The white man take it. The Jewish man white, you know, but me just give this the distinction, right? Or the differentiation, right? So the Romans took it and created Christianity, and the Arabs took it and created Islam. You understand? The Ethiopian was an Israelite living in Ethiopia. Israel was scattered. You understand? So that Ethiopian was an Israelite. Same like how Paul was called an Egyptian, but Paul himself tells us that he is an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin. Same like how Cornelius was from the Italian band. You understand? But he was an Israelite who was in the Roman army. So the Ethiopian does, we have to understand the context of the Bible. You can't go wrong. See? The context of the Bible is it's talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. So if you even see Gentiles, just know so those Gentiles are Israelites who became Gentiles. It not talk about nobody else. You understand? Let me read this again for you. See? Let me read Psalms 147 and 19. And it says, He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. Verse 20, he has not dealt so with any nation, meaning no other nation. See? And as for his judgments, meaning no other nation understand what it means to break the Most High laws and get judged for it. They have not known him judgments. You understand? They have not known them. And David said, praise ye the Lord. Because that was what the covenant is all about. You understand? The covenant is all about God having one chosen people. And they will rule everybody else. You understand? So, yeah. You know what I mean? Alright. What me did there? So the Most High will bring everybody down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. See? Let me read that again. Joel 3 and 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people. Even this show you that the Most High now deal with the Ethiopians. Because nowhere in the Bible it says that Ethiopians are God's chosen people. You understand? As a matter of fact, this is what the Bible says about Ethiopians. This is Zephaniah 2 and 12. And it says, Ye Ethiopians also, ye shall be slain by my sword. You understand? You have another scripture that says, Ethiopians. All right, this is Isaiah 45 and 14, right? And it says, "Thus saith the Lord, the labor of Egypt and the merchandise of Ethiopia and the Sabians, men of stature, shall come over unto thee, and they shall be thine." So it make you know say the labor of Egypt mean the work, all of the labor that the Egyptian them put in. This is talking about what? Let's continue reading. And the merchandise of Ethiopia, meaning their valuables. See? And of the Sabians. Who are the Sabians again? I don't remember who are the Sabians. Men of stature, meaning they're strong men. See? Shall come over unto thee, and they shall be thine, meaning they shall be yours. So all of the labor of the Ethiopians and the Egyptians and the Sabians shall be ours. See? They shall come after thee in chains, they shall come over. Meaning we will enslave the Ethiopians. Why? Because they enslaved us. They sold us in the transatlantic slave trade. You understand? They shall come over. So you see the kingdom of heaven, they will come over. They will enter the kingdom of heaven. See? But in chains. Just like how the Tainos entered into the not the Americas, but into the white man's new kingdom, or in Cortez's kingdom in chain. You understand? They will come over into our kingdom in chains. See? Let me read that again. Thus saith the Lord, the labor of Egypt and the merchandise of Ethiopia and of the Sabians, men of stature, shall come over unto thee, and they shall be thine, they shall be ours. See? They shall come after thee, in chains they shall come over, and they shall fall down unto thee. They shall make supplication unto thee, saying, surely God is in thee, and there is none else. There is no God. You understand? That is how the other nations are going to enter the kingdom. Serving us is a hard pill for swallow. But wasn't our slavery a hard pill for swallow for we? Nobody paid for our slavery. I don't have time for you have compassion for the other nation. You understand? Because of what my people got through. I only have love for mine. And God only have love for feel. You understand? And that's the thing there. You know what I mean? And the sooner we can accept that, is the sooner we can get out of this captivity. You understand? Yeah, man. Alright, somebody else in that type. So I hope that, you know what I mean, make it clearer for your sis. You know what I mean? It's you are correct. We are the chosen people. Unfortunately, we are not experiencing the fullness of it. You know what I mean? So far from it. As a matter of fact, we are in captivity. We are slaves. Our inheritance because we are not identifying with our God. Right? You know what I mean? Currently we are slaves. Thinking that we are free. Harriet Tubman said, if only my people never thought they were, if only my people knew that they were slaves, then she would be able to free more of them. I'm paraphrasing what she said. It's hard to tell black people and Hispanics that they are slaves today. Because in their mind, they are able to get up out of them house, go down the road, buy some food, jump on a bus, go on a slavery, or drive go to slavery, come home, sleep, and do the same thing over and over again. You understand? Them don't understand that is modern day slavery. You serve in the oppressor. You are the battery that make this kingdom. If blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian stop working for one day, I'm not talking nobody else. I talk blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian just separate from this kingdom for one day, it would crash. Now you understand why Pharaoh never want we go into the wilderness to serve the Most High for 3 days. Because that's what Moses did bring to him first, you know. Moses said, the Most High said he want him people them go into the wilderness for 3 days and them are going to come back. Pharaoh said, no. No. As a matter of fact, on the idol, on the need to go make the bricks them, but this time, on have to go thing there. Get to the own straw. I want to make sure the meat on the quota. Why? Because Pharaoh knew say we was his economy. If he miss a day, the economy crash. You understand? If we turn from this system for a day, it crash, mash up. The system operate off our blood, with sweat and with tears. You understand? This system is nothing without us. You understand? All right, me have one more scripture I want to read before. I think we might go on over the time, you know. Yeah, man, I'm going over the time, way over the time. I'm going to read this though. Hold on. Alright, I think with that. I think we can't left this, you know. I'm going to jump to this. Revelation 7 and... Hold on, not Revelation 7. Yeah, Revelation 7 and 4. Yeah. I need to read this. Revelation 16 and 13. And it says, 16 and 12. And the sixth angel poured out his vials upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east may be prepared. Why? Why? So the angel dry up the river Euphrates, right? So that the kings of the east can march over it. Why? Because the Most High carry them to the valley of Jehoshaphat, so that they can go to war with the white man, with so-called Israel, or is not real, the fake Israelites, the Israelis. So this is a picture of the river Euphrates before and after. Google, the river Euphrates is drying up massively. The before and after is significantly different. You understand? The river Euphrates drying up. You understand why? Because the Most High prepare the path for the war. He's mustering up the battle. War. That him depend. You understand? Let me jump to Revelations. Hold on. And yeah. Verse 30. I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs coming out of the mouth of the dragon. So 3 unclean spirits coming out of the mouth of spirits like frog. So 3 unclean spirits like frog coming out of the mouth of the dragon. Who's the dragon? That great red dragon. That's the white man. Red. And he's a dragon because he make fire come down from heaven. See? With him bombs when drop. Right? But it said, I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs coming out of his mouth. That is talking about the lies. The lies that come out of the mouth of the white man. God love everybody. You understand? God, the laws of God is done away with. Christianity is one of those. You know what I mean? Unclean spirit. Frogs. You understand? The earth was created during the Big Bang. All of the lie where the white man tell. You know what I mean? Abortion is not murder. You know what I mean? He was born gay. All them things that were the lies where the white man telling of this kingdom. Let's continue reading. And out of the mouth of the beast. Who is the beast? The beast, a beast is a nation. You understand? So now the lies that is being told by the other nations. You understand? And out of the false prophet. Who's the false prophet? The Christian church. They are the false prophets. You understand? They are the antichrist. So all of the lies them will come out of their mouth. out of the white man in Christianity and from the other nations. And the main kingdom, the main beast is America. You understand? The main beast is America. You understand? Babylon the Great. The daughter of Babylon. You understand? Alright, let me jump to Revelation 7 and verse 4, and it says, I heard the number of them which were sealed. So now the Most High, during this time where you have calamity and destruction, the Most High has to seal some people. See? And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of Israel. So this is what tell you say, yo, the Bible is not Christianity. It's all about the Israelites. Within the Revelations, I tell you say, the 144,000 are the Israelites. See? Verse 5. Of the tribe of Judah was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad were sealed 12,000. And it lists all the tribes. This is not about Christianity. Christianity is a lie concocted. Christianity is the unclean spirit like frog that came out of the mouth of the dragon, out of the beast, and out of the false prophet. Christianity is that lie. See? Let's continue reading. Of the tribe of Asher were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Naphtali were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Manasseh was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Simeon was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Levi were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Issachar was sealed 12,000. See, them want to ban me, you know. Them want to ban me, you know, star. Them want to ban me, you know, star, boy. So I think said still the truth of God. If I even one person hear it, why am I trying to ban me, you know? When you hear me cuss nobody word? When you hear me cuss nobody word? When you hear me say nothing that is derogative or sexually expletives or nothing like that, when you hear me say, I want you to pay attention, you know. Alright, so verse 7. Of the tribe of Simeon were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Levi were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Issachar were sealed 12,000. See? Verse 8. Of the tribe of Zebulun were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Joseph were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Benjamin. Benjamin is black people in Jamaica, Trinidad. You know what I mean? Barbados, Bahamas, the black people who are in Guyana. Big up my Guyanese people there. Me I learn in the culture, you know, I get to see and thing and why my art, you know what I mean? My art warm towards, you know. Uno and the Venezuelan them and the Trinidadian them. Me I learn in the culture, I get to see how much we have in common, you know? Yeah, man, so big up my Guyanese people them. You know what I mean? We need to find the truth. See? Yeah, man. We need to get boots on the ground because things are going to get ugly. And you might be the reason why many people in Guyana don't suffer no tragedy because you get inside this truth. You understand? Get inside the ISUPK. So Benjamin, which is the black people in Guyana, living alongside the natives or the Amerindians who are from the tribe of Asher. You understand? 12,000 are going to get sealed. You are a part of the 144,000. Now, we need to come in at the school. If we're in a school at the prophet, there's no sealing. You understand? Here is where the most are sealing people. In the ISUPK and the commanding general, and the 144,000 will be the leaders of the kingdom of heaven. You understand? We will be ruling this earth. And the 144,000 would be the leaders, the government. We are that. See? Now, more of our people are going to get saved. But it said 2/3 of our people now going to make it. Now we pray that more people make it. But you can imagine 2 out of 3 of black, Hispanic and Native Indian not surviving what's coming. So more than half away. You understand? So I want to think about that. So even though the most I come for save we, enough of we not gonna make it because enough of we want to attach ourselves to the white man and him kingdom. And that's a damn shame. See? So yeah. Oh yeah, so the 144,000 is the equivalent to the 666. So you have 666 devils, white people who are ruled the earth today. The 666, 600, 306, but we are the 144,000. So make them go on with them Illuminati and them secret society. What we have, where the most they are set up, is greater than that. You understand? The scripture say, you know what I mean? I might can close it out. That makes sense. I'm going further. But get inside these classes. You know what I mean? We just leave it there. We're over the time already. You understand? And with that, we're going to jump to the security announcement. If you don't have questions, just leave it in the chat. You know what I mean? So next class is Sunday. So make sure you say, when you set on the watch, when you set on the alarm, for Sunday, 3 p.m. You understand? If you don't see it on TikTok, go over YouTube, ISUPK Jamaica YouTube channel, or on Facebook, and watch the classes. Alright? And classes every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Well, more likely we have a stream on TikTok on Wednesdays, but for be precautious, make sure to subscribe to the ISUPK YouTube channel. Alright? So this is the ISUPK security announcements, where the ISUPK started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which a brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18 and 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. It means tenth in the Hebrew, and it's pronounced Ma'aishara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. So go over to isupk.com and pay your tithes. You know what I mean? Free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you like. Upcoming Holy Convocation, we have the memorial of the blowing of the trumpet, which is September the 11th. You know what I mean? Tune in with the ISUPK, you know what I mean, and be a part of us, you know what I mean, rehearsing the righteous acts of keeping our holy days as opposed to keeping the white man's holidays. We don't celebrate Christmas, we don't celebrate Easter, we don't celebrate Valentine's Day, we don't celebrate independence because we are not independent. You know what I mean? Those are concoctions of the oppressor. The Most High gave us holy days directly. He gave it to us. That is what we should celebrate. You understand? So, yeah man, just set the calendar for that as well. Alright? Yeah man. Reminding Akiam and Akwatiam to check on social media such as isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper, if you want to be a part of the school, give us a call. You understand? Our numbers are in all the bios of our pages and the description of our videos. And you can just send us a message. You understand? Send us a message. Let us know say you want to be a soldier in the ISUPK. You understand? So if a brother wants to be a trooper in school, then he needs to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I'm Adim Shabbat, I'm Adim, Barak, Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai Barak Thumb. Yadamata, class dismissed. Alright, so the ISUPK is where we break down the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. You know what I mean? The ISUPK and the commanding General YAHANNA. If you want to know what to do in these times, there's nowhere else you can go and get the answers. You know what I mean? If you're black, Hispanic, or Native Indians, you need to, this is the ark, right? Just like Noah, this is the ark. And with that, Shalom.
They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of miles. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me, maybe this slavery draining my energy.